Hi everyone, welcome to this video lesson. In this brief video lesson, we are going to review how to graph the parent function for linear functions. Okay, so the equation of the linear function per linear function is y equals x. So when you get introduced to this function, you were given a table of values. So you have x and y values and -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. And all you're doing is you're plugging in for x here. So if x is -2, then it only makes sense that y will be equal to -2 also. If x is -1, then that means y is also equal to -1. If x is 0, y is 0. If x is 1, y is 1. And if x is 2, y is 2. So then I'm going to plot these points from the origin. I'm going left 1, 2, down 1, 2. Okay, so that's the first point. And then left 1 from the origin, down 1. So that's the second point. And then 0, 0, that means the graph passes through the origin. And then right 1, up 1 from the origin. And then right 2, 1, 2, up 1, 2 from the origin. And from there, all we have to do is connect the 2 points. Okay, so I'm going to use this paper to help me sketch the graph. And this is what the graph looks like for the linear parent function. Okay, so then once we have the graph, we can discuss domain. So domain discontinuous going to -infinity and positive infinity. So that means x such that x is all real numbers. This is in set notation. In interval notation, -infinity on the left and positive infinity on the right. The range goes down to -infinity and up to positive infinity. So y such that y is all the real numbers, and that also means -infinity to positive infinity. All right, so there we have domain and range. X-intercept, all parents pass through the origin, so 0, 0. Y-intercept, same thing, it's the same point, okay? And then asymptotes, linear functions have none, so this does not apply to linear functions. So then this is the next function that you've studied in Algebra 2. So for this one, this is the absolute value. So the table of values, and I'm going to see if you can follow me here. Okay, so I'm going to use the -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So based on previous lessons, when you take the absolute value of any number, that's always going to be positive. So the absolute value of -2 is +2. The absolute value of -1 is +1. The absolute value of 0 is 0. The absolute value of 1 is 1. The absolute value of 2 is 2. So then again from the origin, if I go left 2, I'm going to go up 2. So left 1, 2, up 1, and 2. If I go left 1 from the origin, absolute value of -1 is 1. If I go nowhere, meaning I stay at the origin, that's 0, 0. And if I go right 1, up 1. And right 2, up 1, 2. And there we have the 5 points that we have on the table. Then I'm going to connect the points, and this will give me the left side of the absolute value parent function, and then I'm going to connect those 3 points on the right, and that will give me the right side of the absolute value parent function. Okay, so there we have the graph. Domain, as you can see, in set notation, x such that x is, this keeps going left, goes to -infinity on the left, positive infinity on the right. So that means it uses all real numbers. In interval notation, -infinity to positive infinity. The range, however, notice that this has a bottom, which is the vertex of the graph, okay? And I'll just write this here. This graph does have a vertex. And that's where we see the graph pivot, okay? So it's coming down and then goes up. So this means we have a minimum. So this is y, such that y is, from this point, the graph goes up, so it's going to be greater than, that value is on the graph, so it's included. And that value for y is 0. So then this goes to -infinity, sorry, not -infinity. Those have a bottom. So then that value is included. So we say 0 to positive infinity. Okay, because from here the graph goes up nonstop. Let's see what else. X-intercept, the origin, y-intercept also the origin. So 0, 0, 0, 0 asymptotes. This one is none. So no asymptotes. And that's all for this lesson. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.